This is Penn State. That's Parker University right there. This is my space here. See, I know I got on my dingy Penn State hat, and I got on my inspirational necklaces. This one says never give up. This one says no days off, 24/7, 365. I didn't purchase these. They were gifts to me from a few years ago. I wear them when I'm studying, and I encourage myself. But let me just tell you about the glory and the mercy and the goodness of God. I don't want to offend anybody because I'm going to use some curse words. Every now and then I curse to express a point. This morning I was ready to fucking throw in the towel, right? I'm like, fuck this, I did this here. You know how many times I hear no? I write a lot of inspirational stuff and I abide by my own principles, but I was just giving confirmation because I know without no test, no testimony. So I'm ready to throw in the towel. I'm like, man, fuck it, I'm tired of doing this. I wrote these 3 episodes. I'm not a member of this guild. You know, this either the writers or the actors or off strike or they're on strike, the writers or whatever, have to join these different organizations. I wrote this essay 3/4 of the way. I didn't finish it. So there's just so much shit coming at me. And it's like, man, what the fuck is this all about? My accounts getting hacked, my credit cards, people trying to steal my fucking identity, fake job offers, through legitimate sites. So I'm talking to a friend of mine this morning, and they're sharing some of their stories with me, and I'm like encouraging them because I know God, if He said He'd do it, He'll do it. But and I was telling them about high vibrations. When you're on to something, sometimes we could be at the precipice. We could be at the precipice of we are pretty much at our wits' end. We're ready to fucking give up, like me this morning. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing this. I fucking sent out all these books. I did this, I did that. Everybody's telling me no here and there. They're telling me there, no. You know what I mean? I go before the committee to get money that's owed to me about this job situation. Oh, no. We don't feel like you deserve this promotion. We don't feel like you deserve that money. So it's like, fuck it. At my age, I don't have time to be fucking playing games. And then I thought about the flip side of it. We have a good and an evil side up to us. Like in the cartoons, good on one side, the devil on the other side. Whatever wolf you choose. I was ready to throw in the towel. Just feeling like, off a little bit because my vibrations were down. So that's why it's important to vibrate at a high level. So I was talking to my wife and then about something. She said, oh, you got to be patient. I said, I've been fucking patient. So I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not begging nobody for nothing. I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. I go into the bedroom. I watch Fox Good Day every single day. Sue Serio, Mike Jarrett, Alex Holly, Thomas Drayton, Karen Happ, all the teams. You know what I mean? I've been watching them for years. I'm a sports guy. I haven't really been watching First Take as avidly as I should. I met Stephen A. Smith when he was in Philly. I should have been in the picture, but I was taking a picture of him and B-Hop at the studio during his tenure in Philadelphia. Just like the picture I took of Mike Jarrett and Sue Serio when Bernard fought in Philly at the Leocore Center at Temple. I took the picture, so I wasn't in it. As they say in the street, I didn't want to like I was dick riding because it's like I'm there to work. I'm part of the team. But a good buddy of mine said, listen, bro, keep your camera with you all the time. He said, you never know. When these opportunities come, you got it. You got memories of it. You got evidence. Because in this day and age that we live in, this society, if they don't see it, you didn't do it. We didn't have the YouTube prevalent and Google and all these other things around. They weren't really prevalent like that, like YouTube and all these other streaming services and all this other stuff. So we didn't have a lot of things to substantiate what we did. If you lose the actual camera or the footage or the little cards and stuff like that, you asked out. And that's just the way it is. So, lo and behold, I'm looking on Fox Good Day the morning after, the after show. They talk about different topics, different things that they're going to discuss. I see a stack of my books that I had sent autographed copies of certain things that I had sent to certain personalities. I'm not an overly emotional person. I almost broke down in tears because it's like, oh shit, I was just ready to say fuck everything. Fuck, what am I doing this shit for? I got to complete the essay that I was nominated for by the registrar or the people at Parker Chiropractic College because they nominated me for these 2 scholarships. One for $15,000 for me, 10 for the school. I was nominated to write an essay to submit to the MBCE. It's the Board of Chiropractic, the Chiropractic Examiner. So it's a board. I gotta finish it. Sometimes it's important for you to encourage yourself. Writing helps me. It's therapeutic for me. Music is therapeutic. We spend so much time trying to do the right thing. I'm an older student now. So a lot of things I didn't give a fuck about when I was younger, I care about now because I don't fucking have time to be wasting. You can't TiVo this stuff. You know, I got a professional side, a boardroom side. You know, I wanted to work for myself and I was self-employed for a number of years. You know, I don't really like working for a lot of these corporations, but I understand residual income, steady income, because we're adults. We have bills. We got shit to pay. I'm not independently wealthy, so I got to work. Working for a living. I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living. Huey Lewis in the news. So, what I'm saying, as I said to my friend this morning, like Dick Valvano said, don't give up, don't ever give up. God knows when you're at your lowest. That's why we need him. I talk to him every day. He doesn't let me down. But as I said to my friend, no test, no testimony. I said to my cousin, when I was talking to him, he fixes cars at Jerry's Corner. He's a mechanic. He's been fixing stuff like that since he's been a little kid. He can take shit apart, put it back together. His mother, my cousin, is Offset's aunt. We got all kinds of athletes, entrepreneurs, fuck-ups, business people, losers in our families, like I'm sure a lot of families have. So what am I trying to say? We're all fucking connected. You're not exempt from anything, neither am I. That's why I created those principles. All the shit that I did initially when I was at Penn State, I've been asked to come back and maybe talk to one of the high schools up here again. I did one career day, so I'm waiting for a phone call to come in and speak to this one class. The shit that I'm writing about, the things that I'm talking about in this video, I don't do this for credibility. I am credible. I lived through this shit. I experienced a lot of things because my stubbornness and my unwillingness to listen to advice and to some of my mentors. Big shout out to my coach, Mr. Herman Baker. He saw something in me. Shout out to B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins, Steve Cunningham, Demetrius Andrade, my boys, Black Violin. I've met so many fucking entertainers and so many sports entertainers. That's why I can say a glimpse into greatness, the one you. In this circle of life, we can't TiVo it. We get one shot, like the song said, like Eminem says, one fucking shot. Thank God for second, third, fourth chances. And people say, how can you be a hypocrite and curse? Because this is me. But just stay encouraged and keep going. That's what I'm saying. Don't give up. I almost cried when I saw my books on the table. Big shout out to, especially to Karen Help, Mike Jarek. I met them years ago when B-Hop fought in Philly. Billy Vargas, Sue Serio's husband, well-known sports journalist down in Philadelphia. When I worked with B-Hop, we used to do camp at the 69th Street Gym, which is in Upper Darby, and then we shifted over to Joe Hand's gym right off of 3rd and Spring Garden. The area now there's a lot of gentrification going on. So the principles that God put in my spirit to share with other people, to mentor to the youth in high school and the incoming college freshmen. Don't do the dumb shit that I did. I wasn't taught fiduciary responsibility. I didn't understand generational wealth. I had credit cards at 18 that I maxed out. I didn't listen to my mom. I get it now. But in spite of all this shit, I'm still up next. See how it is, man? I don't judge anybody else because we're human. We're carnal. We're flesh. This was also part of the conversation. You know, you don't know what people are dealing with, what they're going through. Oh, yeah, big shout out to Showstoppers Gym. Leanna Cruz, she is having an open workout at 1801 South 12th Street, Saturday, November the 4th, 10:30 to 12:30, over at my brother David Hamilton's gym here in Allentown. His fighter known as Bumblebee. She will be fighting for an NABF title at 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Also, Shamara Brown, she's fighting for a title December the 10th. I'm not sure of the exact details. I will write about it and do a press release about it. So, Sam, this is my domain right here. Always writing. See all the pens? This is not nothing right here. This is just some of it. This is where I sit at to be productive. This is my area. This is leftover candy. They were talking about on a Good Day Philadelphia about the martinis and the other drinks that you can make. You know, when I'm in a better position, I'm going to try out some of the restaurants that Mike, Alex, and Sue came in out down there. Right now, I'm a fucking broke, grown-ass chiropractic student that might be opening up a practice within the next year or so because I will send some office space to look over. Very nice space, not far from here, but I'm not ready yet. But a lot can change. I know I'm up next. These are symbols of encouragement to me. When I encourage myself too. I write for others, but I also write to encourage myself. We don't have it all figured out. So, like Al Jarreau used to say, we're all connected, but mainly in the one song, this is my famous pose. We're in this love together. We got a love that lasts forever. See, the thing about love is it never dissipates. Once you've ever loved anybody, it never wanes. It never goes away. That's what dissipates me. It never fades. It never goes away. See, God has unconditional love for us. We're carnal. We put a lot of conditions on shit. Well, I'll do this for you if you do that for me. I try to do a lot of things out of love. But one thing I don't like and I don't tolerate from fellow business owners, don't come on my page pushing your shit if you're not going to support me. It's not going to happen. I'm a nice guy until I'm not. I don't try and push my agenda on anyone. I share my principles on my platform of awareness. But what I don't do is post shit on people's pages, go on their fucking DMs or their inboxes and trying to get them to convince them as to why they should purchase my items. I got 3 sneaker lines, 3. I got a backpack, I got a t-shirt, I got a book, hardback copy, softback copy. I also have those same books, which I'm going to repost through ebooks. The ebooks are $5.99. My hardbacks are $20. The softbacks are $15. I made those items very affordable. I'm not going on fucking people's pages, sending them email messages or inboxing them through Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, buy my shit when I know I'm not buying their shit. Everything's not for me. I support everybody, but if I don't believe in their products, I'm not writing a good review. If I've never experienced your services or know about your products, I'm not doing shit because that's a fucking lie. I'm too authentic and too transparent for that. So, I know I've said a lot. See the glow over me? I know I've said a lot. But somebody somewhere needs to hear this. And that seems to be one of my common lines because, as I told my friend this morning, I said, our children come through us. We're merely vessels. They don't belong to us. I gave this analogy. As much as I love my sons and my one son now, my teenager, you do everything to make them be a part of diversity, inclusion, and guess what? And if you got teenagers, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. They don't give a fuck. This generation is different. Do the best you fucking can and let the chips fall where they may, because you can't control them. I know when I walked out those fucking doors, when I lived on Master Street, York Street, Sedgley Avenue, Allegheny, Ontario, Brown Street for a short period. By then I was an adult, but I knew, especially when I walked out those doors, going to high school and junior high school, as soon as I turned the corner, I turned into a different kid. So why would I expect my child not to be different when he's not in front of me? I cursed and shit, but I couldn't do that in front of my mom, because mom would fucking kill me. She would have killed me. And I knew better, but you try to fit in. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm who I am. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. That's why I went back to school, to finish what I started, to be different. I want to be a trailblazer. And see, the thing about knowledge is, my definition of it is simply shared information. See, I like nice watches. I like nice rings, jewelry. I'm not defined by this. These pennants, these chains have meaning. Never settle. You see that shit? I'm a former powerlifter. Never settle. Somebody gifted this to me because they knew I used to lift, and I wasn't too bad at it. They know I study every fucking day. I actually have a chiropractor exam, but I'm up here goofing off right now. But I'm sharing this with somebody else. Keep dreaming, man. Don't give up. All right? Like I said before, and I'm going to keep going back to this. Thank you, Fox News. Thank you, Thomas Drayton, Karen Help, Sue Serio, Bob Kelly. Those people have a lot of fun, man. They have a lot of fun reporting this fucked up news from these kids. And guess what? Because I wrote this in a post today, too. The way I was as a teenager early on, all this bad shit that's going on, I would have gravitated to the same dumb shit I see these kids doing, because that shit was in me too. The only thing that saved my life is that my parents, and I was exposed to people that had a spiritual affinity to God. I worked for the Muslims, the Akis, on Germantown, and Allegheny Avenue, the Haynes family. I worked for them. I used to sell pretzels, water ice. I worked in their cleaners. They had 2 locations. So I got exposed to Christianity and Islam at a very young age. And one thing I'm very big about is inclusion and diversity. That's where the term, the one you came from, you know, the yin and the yang. I'm big about the 5 elements, feng shui, neuropathy, aromatherapy. Well, I gotta get some oils. You see this diffuser? I've spent so many natural oils through this thing. It's not even funny. My other thing is Nag Champa. Shit. Y'all motherfuckers need to give me some stock in this company. I've burned so much stock in this. I burned so many Nag Champa incense, is not even funny. You see this plant? This plant has been a beneficiary. You see how green these are? This is real. The coffee grinds. You see those ashes? This is all soil and coffee grinds. You want your plants to grow? A friend of mine shared that with me. I take my old coffee grinds and I put them in a plant. That's what I do. That's why it looks so green and so healthy. And then when it's not doing so well, I mix in a little sugar with it. That helps them grow as well. It's fall in Pennsylvania. See what it looks like out here now? This is where we had the little Halloween gathering at. Look at the fucking hot tub. I fucking broke the plug, so I can't even blow it up now, but I gotta go get the water out of it. But yeah, that's my calendar there. This is my area. It's like my workstation here, my weekly planner here. See that? Keep going, man. The one person I know that's not going to let you down is God. He'll always hold you down. But speak over yourself like that song says. Encourage yourself. When others not encourage you, you be encouraged. Encourage yourself in the Lord, whatever that means to you. In the circle of life, there's only one you. One love, one you. Peace.